The 24-25 UEFA Champions League delivered the most electric football we've seen in years. Every match felt like a final. Underdogs had a real shot, and for the first time in decades, you couldn't predict who'd make it through. But there's still one massive problem UEFA refuses to fix, and it's killing the dreams of entire nations. Today, we're diving into why this season was a game changer, how the new Swiss system unleashed pure chaos, and why UEFA needs to go further to make this competition truly fair. If you guys can, please subscribe to this channel. It helps out a lot. I release videos every Friday just like this. I love you. Let's get started. Here's what changed everything. UEFA ditched those predictable 4-club groups after 21 years. The new Swiss system threw 36 clubs into a beautiful chaos where giants like Manchester City, PSG, and Real Madrid were left reeling, while underdogs like Aston Villa stole the spotlight. Unlike the group stage, there was no more settling for draws, no more resting players, pure relentless competition. The old system had us yawning through groups, where Bayern or PSG would stroll to the top, while clubs like Dinamo Zagreb or Club Brugge were there just to make up numbers. Not anymore. This format forced every club to fight from matchday 1 to 8. Late in September, Manchester City sat in 25th, facing elimination after losses to Juventus and PSG, while Real Madrid clung to 24th, barely securing a playoff spot after a win over Atalanta. PSG were in the elimination zone until that last gasp comeback against City. Meanwhile, Aston Villa's 1-0 upset over Bayern or Club Brugge over Atalanta proved smaller clubs could shake the table. Instead of playing the same 3 clubs twice, every club faced 8 different opponents, drawn from seeded pots to keep things fair. Think of it like a massive round-robin tournament. You can't hide, you can't coast, and suddenly those smaller clubs everyone writes off showed up. Take PSV, for example. In this old system, they'd be lucky to finish top 2. Instead, they made it to the round of 16 by knocking out Juventus, proving they belonged. The expanded 36-team format meant more clubs from outside the Big 5 leagues. Think Shakhtar Donetsk or Club Brugge had a shot at the knockouts, and Club Brugge actually qualified with the 24th spot. The knockout portion of the tournament became way more accessible, with the top 24 qualifying for the knockout phase playoff places. The knockout rounds were absolute theater. Inter versus Barca in the semi-finals was a goal fest, with Inter edging out a 7-6 aggregate win. PSG against Aston Villa in the quarterfinals, that was David versus Goliath. Villa fought back with a 3-2 win in Birmingham, but PSG's 3-1 first leg lead held firm for a 5-4 aggregate triumph. Here's where UEFA lost their nerve. The new format opened doors, but they're still handing up to 5 Champions League spots to the elite leagues. England, Spain, Germany, Italy, France, thanks to the coefficient system. Meanwhile, champions of Greece, Ireland, Croatia, or Romania fight for scraps. This makes zero sense when clubs like Steaua Bucuresti in 1986 and Red Star Belgrade in 1991 have won this tournament. The coefficient rewards historical success and market size, suffocating smaller nations. Take PAOK from Greece. League champions yet forced to slog through qualifiers while a 5th-placed Premier League side waltzes in. It's not just unfair, it's short-sighted. Those extra spots go to 4th or 5th place teams from leagues drowning in money, while true champions from smaller nations get pushed to the Europa League wilderness. Qualifying for the Champions League can transform a club's future. New facilities, better players, bigger dreams. Yet in 24-25, England and Spain each sent 5 clubs, while Serbia or Scotland were lucky to get 1. I think we really need to focus on growing the sport. Denying smaller leagues stunts their development, keeping the Champions League a closed shop for the elite. I think the coefficient has its place in seeding, but isn't 4 spots enough for the top leagues? Imagine scrapping the coefficient system entirely. Give those 2 extra spots to champions of Serbia, Scotland, Portugal, or Cyprus. Suddenly, you have a Champions League that represents all of Europe, not just the richest 5 countries. A system where Dinamo Zagreb could go deep, not just pray for a point. That's the competition I want. One where every champion has a chance, no matter their postal code. The 24-25 season proved what's possible when UEFA takes risks. The group stage was a must-watch. Knockouts delivered classics, and smaller clubs shone. The only disappointment, the final, where PSG absolutely destroyed Inter. Felt like a foregone conclusion after their dominant run, a bit of a damp squib after months of fireworks. Still, this season was a triumph, showing what football can be when it embraces change. This Swiss system should be the blueprint for every major tournament. The World Cup, with its stale group stages, could learn from this intensity. UEFA showed they can innovate. Now, they need the courage to fix the coefficient system and make the competition truly represent Europe's champions, not just the richest leagues. A new golden age of football where any club from Lisbon to Bucharest can dream of lifting the trophy is within reach. Does this new format make the Champions League better, or do you miss the old groups? Should every European champion get their shot, regardless of league ranking? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if this resonated, and subscribe for more football deep dives. Check out my video on why Italian football changed relegation after the season. Trust me, it's worth your time. Thank you for watching.